Hello again, everybody, and welcome to episode 83 of the Board Game Nerds podcast. I'm your host, Nick, and with me today is my co-host, Ayub.
Hello.
Ayub, my friend, you want to tell the people where we are right now?
Yes, we are in Sweden, a little bit outside Oslo, in a summer house with two people that are very near to us, to make it simple. And there is also our lovely Ellen, which is my beloved's dog. So if you sometimes hear something in the background, it's just because Ellen loves you the same way we do.
Exactly. We're not barking of excitement. Alan is, so keep that in mind. Today is one of our favorite episodes, as it has become of late.
Yeah.
It is the monthly recap. It has been a long month because we recorded early last month and we're recording late this month. So if you hear a lot of games from us, keep that in mind. I'm assuming next month will be a bit shorter. So bear with us. The way we do this is we go through the games we played, then we give you some surprises, highlights, let down, our collection changes, and all that jazz. But first, Ayub is going to hit me with something awesome. What is that going to be?
Yes. So this is something we have actually talked about a few times without ever getting a, let's say, a definition or like a limit exactly. Okay. So the question for today, or the topic, is how long can a setup be before there's too much to actually play the game?
Okay. Man, for once, I wish the answer to your questions is yes, no, or okay, and not a whole conversation. Today is not that day, though. Today, I think this topic needs conversation.
It does.
For me, setup is part of the experience. Whenever I play a game, especially a solo game, setup is part of my experience. The longer the game, the longer I tolerate setup to be. I am unlike most people, I feel, and I enjoy setting up games. So whenever there is a game that I don't enjoy setting up, and the prime example in my head is Gloomhaven, okay, then I know that setup is not enjoyable for that game. So to try and answer your question, for me, setup is not a long or short, it's part of the experience, and most of the times I enjoy it no matter how long it is.
Yeah. There are definitely some games where I know that I would play them more if the game was easier to set up. Yeah, that's Alan in the background.
Hey, Alan. Hey, buddy.
And a prime example of something we have talked about in the past is Anachrony.
For sure.
Having so much. And I think a big part of the problem is if you are an omnigamer. Mm-hmm. Because not only does the game take a long time to set up, but you play so many different games that when you have to set it up, you actually don't remember what all the different parts are and stuff like that. So I would say for a game, just as an example, like Anachrony, as an event once in a while, it's fine. But probably for like, if it took so much every time, and I'm now not thinking about that it would be shorter, if you know the game well enough, it might be too long if the game starts to take, 40 minutes or whatever to set up. And then it also comes down to enjoyment, like kind of like what you said, right? The more I enjoy the game, the more I don't mind the setup. But if the game is like, okay, then I don't want to like use so much time on setup that I could have finished another game.
Yeah, makes sense. So I have a question for you now.
Yeah.
Think that somehow there is a magic button in front of you. If you press that button, you never have to set up games ever. They're always set up, but you can't choose to set them up. They will always be set up for you. Do you press the button or not?
My first instinct is yes, but that depends on, when games have variable setup, will the game then also be variables?
It will be set up as you want to play it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, then definitely.
Then definitely yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so your answer tells me that setup for you is kind of like a chore. Like you have to do it, but you are there for the game, not for the setup.
For sure.
Because if I ask you if there is a button and you press it and you don't play the game, just go to end game scoring, would you press that button?
No. I prefer playing more than setup.
Yeah.
So, and setup takes away playtime.
Exactly.
Now, not only does it take away playtime, it also creates a time where the people who are not setting up are in a waiting position.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes a problem if they are not necessarily gamers.
Yeah, it can be awkward. Yeah, definitely. All right, cool question, as always. All right, on to the topic at hand. First, we're going to list off the games that we played this month. And Ayub, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Take it away.
All right. I'm sorry that you have to hear from my voice for such a long time now. But in the month of May, and a few days after and before, I played Civolution, some games of Survivor, Revive, a lot of games of Hamster Roll, Skull, a single game of Eternal Dicks. Looking forward to play that more. No spoilers. Rabido, some games of Las Vegas Royale, Andromeda's Edge, Boon Lake, Secret Hitler, Diamond, Underwater Cities, Earth, Isle of Skye, Oh My Goods, Simulo, Flip 7 with a Vengeance, SETI, Venator, Lord of the Rings, Duel for Middle-earth, Don't Llama Dice, Dungeons and Dragons, Rock Paper Wizard, Tsuru, Dice Pool Party, Racing Robots, Life of the Amazonia, Agent Avenue, all three of the Rajas of the Ganges games, so the main game and then the dice game and the Cards and Karma, Sanctuary, Flip 7 with a Vengeance, Brussels 8093 Belle Epoque, Food Chain Magnet, Schadenfreude, Medici, Top 10, Duel for Cardia, Ra, Lords of Waterdeep, Can't Stop, The Hobbit, There and Back Again, Shards of Infinity, Fromage, Barcelona, Vegetable Stock, The Great Zimbabwe, The White Castle Duel, Adventure Realms, Startups, Great Western Trail Argentina, Wizwood, Exit the Game Adventures on Catan, Hamburg, Ascension Tactics Inferno, Magical Athlete, Cat Lady, Terraforming Mars, the dice game, Thunderstone's Quest, and Foundation of Rome.
Okay. That everything?
And one online game of Lorenzo il Magnifico.
Man, you play so much online. All right. Wow. Okay. I'll be way shorter, I feel. I played 42 games of 365 adventure card game. I played one game of Cat Lady, Istanbul Choose and Write, Deep Regrets, 3 games of Fateforge Chronicles of Kaan, 2 games of Venator Heroes of the Arena, Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle-earth, Dragon Eclipse, 27 games of Kingdom Legacy, Rajas of the Ganges, Cards and Karma. Then for the games I played for the first time this month, 15 Men, Kamigami Battles, 3 games of Children of Morta, Rajas of the Ganges, the Dice Charmers, Sanctuary, Flip 7 with a Vengeance, and I played a game 5 times that I will not reveal now. I will reveal it later, so it can be a surprise for you as well.
Okay, exciting.
Then for my digital plays, I had 3 games of Conspiracy Abyss Universe, 7 games of Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, 1 game of Faraway, 1 game of Seven Wonders Duel, and 2 games of Gwent. No solo games this month.
Okay.
Although you can Kingdom Legacy, but I was playing it side by side, either by Faye or Ulrich.
Yeah.
And then for my digital plays, digital/solo plays, I played 10 games of Kingdom Legacy, as now we have access to that through Steam.
Nice.
What entered and what left your collection this month?
All right, people out there, for the first time in ages, the size of the collection is going in, well, you could say the right order, but smaller at least. Yeah, I'm happy about that. And to be fair, I have put a lot more games out for sale and pretty cheap. It's just that the market in Denmark right now is a lot of people selling and
not a lot of people buying.
Not a lot of people buying right now. But I left my collection was Castle Combo, Cities, Gnome Kingdom, Conspiracy, and Legions. And entering was 2 less than what left. So Thunderstone Quest, Foundation of Metropolis, and Duel for Cardia.
Okay,
so,
nice.
Yeah, my collection went 2 lower.
Nice. My collection went a bit higher.
All right.
I got Castle Combo from the gentleman before me. I got the mystery game that I played 5 times that I will reveal later for hype. And then I got 2 more copies for Kingdom Legacy with all the expansions just so I can play it again now that the new expansion is out.
Nice.
All right. Wow, I will say, to begin with.
Yeah.
What we do each month now is we go through what game let us down, what was our surprise, what was our highlight, and then our top 5 experience in no particular order.
Yeah.
Ready to get the bad stuff out of the way first with a letdown?
Let's do it.
Hit me.
So, Daniel, a friend of ours, got a game that he really wanted to try. And he tried his predecessor with me back in the past. Okay. So when he wanted to try the new one, I thought, you know what? I don't have my hopes up, but let's do it. And so he brought Andromeda's Edge to my house. And although, and I think this might be the first time, my hopes were not up.
Yeah.
And I was still...
It still let you down.
Not only let down, maybe it was even more that I was super annoyed. Because it's the same as with the Dwellings of Eldervale, which is the predecessor, is that there are so many cool parts about the game, so that the thing I don't like is so annoying. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, oh man, all these things are so nice, but they don't matter because of the things I don't like.
Because they didn't fix the thing that you didn't like from
Exactly.
the first game. Yeah.
So, you know, I could do all these cool things, and then there's still a battle system that I hate.
Yeah.
Which ruins the rest of it for me.
Got it.
Still, the things that are the way, you know, you have like different ships and all of that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the Euro mechanics are nice.
Yeah, exactly. But man, I just don't wanna. And I won, so also it's not that I lost because of it. I won, but I really felt like, you know, sometimes it came down to things I didn't want to win by.
Okay, nice. I still haven't played Andromeda's Edge. I
Yeah.
did play the predecessor. It was nice, but what you said, the interaction and the system, the battle was working, was not my cup of tea. But I would be interested to try Andromeda's Edge just
Yeah.
to put it in my book.
What let you down?
What let me down was actually your choice.
Wait.
And not to blame you, I was extremely excited by the game, not because you hyped it up. You were actually pretty moderate on what the game is. I just build up expectations because of the video game predecessor. And the game is Children of Morta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found the board game to be not for me, I will say. In the beginning, when we played the first level, we played it, me and Faye, we found it extremely difficult. And we're like, are we doing something wrong?
Yeah.
But then after the first level, we got so much XP, our dials filled up. We bought like 1 billion upgrades. We checked it was correct. And then all the battles became trivial. So even after the second and third level, we were just walking through it with no sense of urgency and stuff. So we did something we don't usually do with campaign games. We dropped it after 4 plays. It was nice to see the adaptation. The thing with the book, you go on the book and you play, and the way the enemies came in, that was very cool.
Yeah.
The upgrade system was interesting, not preferred for me.
Yeah.
I would like to see when you get an item and when you get an upgrade, I want them to feel a little bit more alive.
Yeah.
But I could see somebody liking this model. Story was okay, very linear, but good linear. But it was just a game that did not click for us, and that's why it let me down. Because, you know, this is exactly my type of game, right?
Yeah.
Campaign game, you got a book, you got a story, fantasy theme, checks all my boxes. So I had high expectations without you creating them.
Yeah.
And then when I played it, it was just not it for me.
Yeah, it's the same. I also got let down, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I think the game also does it to itself because, like you said, it was a bit hard in the beginning, but I any day prefer it to be a bit harder than way too easy.
Exactly.
So you have that in the beginning, and then you start to get this feeling when I level up and I upgrade this, it's going to be, I'm going to do better at this, but then you do way too good, you know? So it even created those expectations and then lets you down. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
But from the negative comes the positive. What is a game that surprised you this month?
Yes. So my biggest surprise is an old classic, and although the games of it might have been whatever, it is Rajas of the Ganges.
Okay,
yes. Rajas of the Ganges is a game that is, let's say, one of the earlier games that me and Nick played together.
Mm-hmm.
And playing it again, I felt before playing it that I went into with it maybe even, let's say, a little bit hesitant, and some of the things might feel like super outdated. But I just really enjoyed the game, and it surprised me that, like, oh yeah, I actually like this game quite a bit. So that was my biggest surprise.
It is such an elegant design.
Yeah.
The board looks busy. Yes, I agree with people saying that. But apart from that, I feel like every little cog and wheel in the game just works.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that in our play we filled it up with expansion. Maybe we shouldn't have. But still, you could see the wheels behind everything working. And I really like that in a game.
Yeah.
Definitely a very good game.
And people can tune in next week for
exactly
some more stuff about that.
That is why we did play all the 3 games. And you will listen to that next week. What surprised me was a game that I got out of Essen. And I got it just because it was cheap, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Just because of the anime aesthetic. And I had it on my shelf and I didn't play it. I did buy sleeves for it. I spent the day sleeving it because there's a lot of cards. And then I never played it. And then I finally, after like, what is it now, 9 months, I got a chance to play it and I was very positively surprised. The name of the game is Kamigami Battles. And it is a dueling game where you can play 2 to 4 players, where every player is controlling like a faction. And you have different gods from different mythologies. And what you do is you try to defeat your opponent, all build up your temple to be the strongest. It is a very typical Dominion-style deck building game where there is a fixed lineup of cards that you buy from. But the way the game works is you have an asymmetrical hero with power, an asymmetrical temple that you can use as long as it's not destroyed, and then you can play 1 single hero card per turn. This hero card you play then has 2 element symbols on the top left. You can play another hero if it follows suit with the element. So your deck building, it's happening in a way where you can chain those combos together. And if you can manage to do that, then you're going to win. And I really loved that. Our game took a bit long because it was the first time we played it and we got stuck in the deck building. There was no easy apparent way to call cards, but I'm assuming that was because of the setup, because a lot of cards called cards. And I definitely want to dive back into it. It seems so interesting. And there's a bunch of expansions. I think it's a reimplementation of an older game with a reskin of this anime god aesthetic. And I really digged it. We should play it.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I did come by one time to record while you were playing the game. And it looked interesting. Of course, very hard to understand from just a quick look over the shoulder. But all of the things you said sounds pretty cool. And I really enjoy deck building. So curious to see how this will be.
I think you will enjoy it at least a little bit.
Might have to do a deck building rank list at some point.
I'm so down, man.
So many now.
So down.
All right. Then we are moving on to the highlights.
Yes, a game you want to highlight.
Yeah. I want to highlight Great Western Trail Argentina.
Good pick.
Just a game that I think when it's on the shelf always somehow seems to me like, man, it's convoluted. Like, it's the best. Like, I feel like it's too weird or like, and then when it's on the table and it's going, then it's actually really smooth. And I don't know why I keep being betrayed, like in a positive way, because I always remember that, but I like it more than what I think when I play it, but I still end up doing that every time. And I just think that whole system of deck building and building up the board and, going around and then in the end you upgrade stuff. It's just a really solid game. So, yeah.
Couldn't agree more. I definitely love the game. The game I want to highlight is this mystery game. Hinting on.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you've played it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
You definitely talked about it. To be precise, Jonna talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah. And the game is, we played half of it. We played 5 levels already. It's called Cozy Stickerville. Yes. And this game, holy moly, I loved it from the beginning. When I just saw a review on YouTube and I remembered hearing about it, I think from Jonna, if I'm not mistaken.
Jonna owns it.
Yes, exactly. And then we got a chance to play it. It's awesome.
Okay.
It is a legacy game that you can play twice, one on the one side and one on the other side. And you must complete the first game to start the second one. And every game is 10 levels.
Yeah.
Every level is 12 rounds. And when you play co-op, you simply take rounds one after another. It's in essence a solo game. You can just play the 12 rounds with yourself.
Yeah.
Or you can play them one by one. We played it at 3 players. We played the 5 first levels. It's awesome. It's a very unique design that you don't see often. What you simply do, I don't want to spoil too much now, you just put stickers on the board and you try to create your village.
Yeah.
The stickers you put on might give you some actions, and then you have some actions happening from your events. And all you have to do on your turn is draw an event, resolve it, and then do one action. You do that 12 times, the level is over. After 10 levels, you see something, which we don't know what it is, and you have one of 5 possible endings. After that, you can go and play on the other side of the board.
Yeah, nice.
It's an awesome game. I really want to dive back into it again. It really blew my mind. I did not expect to like it that much. It seemed very child-friendly, but it isn't. And it isn't not because of the gameplay. The gameplay is childish, but the things the cards say and the interactions and the references, they are very adult. I think like they have some themes like, love and in a more hardcore way and stuff like that, like dishes and... It's pretty cool. I loved it.
I imagine it being a little bit like Stardew Valley, the computer game, not the board game.
That's what I thought initially, yeah.
And Jonas played 8 levels, I believe, so she's almost done with the first side.
Nice.
And I might
Do you know if she played it solo or...
Solo, yeah.
Nice. Perfect.
She said that maybe we could try the other
backside co-op. You should.
Yeah. So
nice.
now I'm even more hyped after you saying this.
I hope I didn't overhype it, but I really liked it. Yeah. After the episode, I will hear what Jonna has to say about it. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
All right. That was it.
Now
we have to talk about our 5 experiences from this month. Why don't I start now?
Okay.
You take a little bit of a breathing room. I'll start with something that I've been mentioning every single week without stop, and I want to do it again. I'm going to start with Kingdom Legacy. I'm going to talk about online Kingdom Legacy. A user created a mod on Steam for the Tabletop Simulator, and it implemented every single expansion, and it works.
Okay.
It is a lot of manual work to do, but if you know how Tabletop works and if you know how the game works, it is a cake in the park. And I happen to know both. Yeah. So I've been playing that. I've enjoyed it so much. He still haven't added exploration. I'm saying they, I don't know if he's accuracy. They still haven't added exploration, but once they do, I will definitely play another campaign. I'm currently on expansion 8. So once I finish this run, I'm going to wait until exploration is added until I restart. It's pretty nice to be able to play Kingdom Legacy online. because you can just, sit on your couch, have your laptop, and just play. I love it. It's very cool. It took me only 10 plays to play 8 expansions.
Okay.
Just let that sink in how much I've played every sitting.
That is crazy, yeah.
So, yeah, that is my number 5.
Nice. Where do we want to start here? Looking at my 5 list here. I will just start with this. I played Lorenzo El Magnifico online. It's pretty cool. Got my butt kicked by Yona. But one other reason why it's cool, first of all, is on BGA is a very nice implementation, and it's pretty straightforward, and you can actually, when you have your mouse over the card, read the text. That's not something you could in the regular game. And then I just realized a small thing that I didn't know from playing the actual game, and that's just, when you buy a card that lets you take an action as though you had a die of a certain number in another tower, you still have to pay money if there are other people in that tower. So all of a sudden, the game became more tight, and it was also a 3-player game, and it's a game I mostly played at 2, so it became more tight in 2 ways, and I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed this, really having to, use those spots more, which seems a little bit like a pass spot to get some money or get some extra meeples you can use to adjust your dice, and it was just really cool, and I enjoy when a game feels tight in a way where you can still get what you want, but you might have to sacrifice a little bit to do it and stuff. Yeah, it's just really great.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely need to revisit that. I just have a bland church in my mind when I think of the game, but I definitely feel like when we played it, I enjoyed it, so we should probably revisit it at one point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. My next one is 365, I just call it. It's this little game that we got at Essen. Ulrich got it for us, and it's very simple. You play once every day for the whole year, and what you simply do is you go through a dungeon and you fight monsters by rolling 5 dice, and re-rolling how many of them you want 2 times. And then depending on the result, defeat a monster. The thing with it is that every month, something new is added. And now we're in June. And now, after 6 months, it finally feels like a game.
Okay.
Because now every roll, you have a lot of things to consider. You have a magical stuff that can tweak your dice. You have a thing where you have blue dice, you can reroll them. You have a cape that you can use it to make a die same as something else. So now you actually have very much control of which monster you fight. And every week there is one monster per day, and you can fight any monster of the week. And every monster needs different results. So now there's a lot of versatility and flexibility. And now it actually feels how we thought of playing it now is just let it rest for a week and then play the whole week together and make it feel like a real board game session, While from the first month we just played once per day and made it like our daily routine. And that feels very nice. I did not expect this game to be good after so much times playing it. Yeah.
It's not a lot of games that build up that way. There are, of course, some games that say, for your first game, don't do this and that. Yeah. Even Revive did that as well. You could remove certain things. But that's cool. I think I tend to, depending on how it's done, sometimes dislike that, like, oh man, give me the real game from the beginning. But of course, if you enjoyed it from the beginning, then it's very nice.
Yeah.
And I guess that's also what they've done in some of the co-op games, like Bomb Busters and stuff, where every time you're like, whoa, now it's like this. But if you did that from the beginning, it might have been a little bit less hype too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
cool. All right. My next is an experience, because this is a type of a game I normally don't play. And it was after we had our interview with Bo. He gave us a little. Yona was with me that day and filmed, and he gave us Exit Adventures on Catan. And we sat down and we played that game. And Yona's a beast. I was just sometimes where I was like, I don't know. She's like, oh, there's a little hint here about seeing, maybe if we do this with our eyes, look at the paper. Oh yeah, there's like numbers if you don't read it, but you look at it, and drawing some things, like, oh my, what? And of course sometimes I also manage to help, which is good. But it's actually nice, because these type of games, I also tend to be annoyed if it's too hard and I just feel stupid, or if it's too easy and I feel like I'm wasting my time just answering a question. But it didn't feel like that. We managed to work together and solve the case. So that was
nice. Yeah. Hearing the title, I almost instantly want to puke, because it's Exit and Catan together. But these types of games where you actually solve a mystery, I really enjoy. I know they are event games and we play them very rarely. We actually have one on the table right now with Faye. And they always, how did somebody think of that? That's very cool. I always get that feeling. And they're very enjoyable when you actually sit down and play them.
And I think it helps a lot to be two, you know.
Yeah,
So sometimes when you're stuck, the other person goes, "Oh, maybe it's on the box of the game." You're like, "What? Oh, there is a person there," you know. And it's
Definitely one of the types of games that I wouldn't want to dive solo into. I would like to have a second person, refreshing my thoughts.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, where do we go from here? From here, we go to the Rajas of the Ganges Day.
Hey.
It's a day where me and the buddy right there, Ayub, we sat down and we played all 3 Rajas games. Spoiler alert, you see next week why. And it was just refreshing. It just brought me back to those first days where we met and we played those more chill games. We were both, still learning the rules, playing some games. And now we just got that back. And I've got to say, one of the Rajas games, the Dice Charmers, I think it's called, the one I hadn't played, that was actually pretty good. Having said that, I am a big fan of flip and right, roll and right. But I still enjoyed it a lot. It was very fun. I absolutely, I'll not say my opinions. Maybe save it for next week.
Tune in to the next episode.
Tune in to the next episode. But yeah, that day was awesome. I really enjoyed sitting down and playing, and that was very cool.
Nice. Yeah, that was a really cool day. And as I already mentioned with my surprise, just getting back into some of the old things was really cool. All right. Next up, I will pick a game I know you like a lot. And that's because my friend came back from Canada. She's been there 2 years working. And we used to play a little bit of Terraforming Mars together. She played it with her brothers a lot. And so I was like, yeah, what about we try the dice game? And we did that. And in the beginning, I'm always hesitant. Whenever there's a game like this or Roll for the Galaxy where there's something that like the first play I really want to emphasize is like this action of removing a die to turn one of your other dice is actually a really good action. You don't have to do it all the time, but it is a good action, and I think she understood that quite good. It was a super close game. I won with 1 point. In the beginning, I was leading, but she just got this crazy engine with the purple dice, which is a new part of the expansion. Really enjoyable to see, and she was also enjoying the game a lot. So, yeah, just an amazing game.
Nice. She dived in with the expansion and the 1 point away.
That was crazy.
That's insane.
I was nervous.
Yeah. Cool. Good on you. My next one is me playing Fate Forged. I have a new buddy we play with, Mohammed, shout out to him, and we've been playing through the Fate Forged campaign. And I gotta say, this game is way better co-op than solo, man. Just sitting by somebody else playing, and Fate Forged just does things different. I love how this game just emphasizes the story in a very unique way, and then the combat is snappy, fast, but always, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? And I really love that. And the more powerful you grow, you can feel it both inside and outside of the combat scenes. We're now halfway through Act 2, which means we're 50% done with the game. But I do have 2 expansions. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I know I enjoyed way more than when I played it solo. And
nice.
Yeah, shout out. He's a great player. I love playing with him.
Yeah, man. It's just the whole fact that you found each other and now you're super diving into games. That's an amazing story and something that board games can do.
Exactly.
Cool. What should I pick next? I had a crazy game of Las Vegas Royale at Daniel's birthday. He was having a little birthday party in Basta where people could just come by and and we played, of course, with the expansion part, 5 people, and it's just so nice. If you don't know what it is, you have these different casinos which are just the numbers from 1 to 6 on dice. You roll all your dice, which is like 6 dice, 7 dice in the beginning, and you pick everything of one number and add it to that certain casino. But with the expansion, Casino 1, 2, and 3, which usually have lower money, all have special abilities. And there's this casino where you pick 1, 2, or 3 tokens in your hand on the table, and your neighbors has to guess. And if they guess right, you don't get anything. But if they guess wrong, you get, depending on how many you had in your hand. And this mind game is just so much fun to see people go through, because, of course, people want 3, they want the big, and it becomes a little bit of this back and forward. And all these small casinos has so many funny things. So, yeah, Las Vegas Royale.
Crazy game, man.
Yeah.
All right, cool. My final thing is, I just call it the airport. So we were in Poland and we were flying back and we had a flight late at night, but we had to leave our Airbnb in Krakow early in the day. So we just said, we're at the airport. It's a very small airport. I visited so many times. I don't know, a very good place that you can sit with huge armchairs and a table. So we went there and we camped for the whole day. And what did we do? We played Kingdom Legacy, of course. Yeah, we had a table set up and we played Kingdom Legacy. And just the feeling of playing this game in the airport is just so weird. You know, people are walking by. They're doing who knows what. Everybody's going to a different destination and you're just there following through a story that you make with your mind, with your loved one. It was awesome. I really liked it. And somebody needs to stop me from playing any more Kingdom Legacy because I'm seriously addicted to the game.
That is crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what we might do here in the summer house. We might be playing a lot of other types of
Yeah, of
things.
course. It's not like Kingdom Legacy is set up next to me on the table. No, of course not.
Not your king. All right. So my final pick here is just that one day, not too long ago, where my buddies Kalin, Erkan, and Jink were in my house. They looked at our games and Kalin said, let's, what about Ascension Tactics Inferno? It's like 4 people. Yeah, we could try one of the 4-player maps. But instead of doing the 2 versus 2 where you have to discuss a lot, we played a free-for-all map. And that was pretty intense, because you always had to I don't want to go there and attack and then maybe be attacked, or how can I, and it's a race first to 30 points by controlling some shrines with these cool miniatures you have of your heroes. And it was super close. It was like, in the end, everybody could win on their turn. And it was always like, do you have it? Can you get there? Can you get control of this? And it was really cool. And Jink went with the victory. Congratulations, Jink. And it's just reminds me how much I like this little franchise of Ascension
Question.
Tactics. Yeah.
Gun to your head.
Yeah.
You must burn one of the 2. Ascension Tactics or Ascension Tactics Inferno?
Currently, the original is the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Inferno goes to the trash.
Yeah, but they're both cool.
Yeah.
I'm happy owning both.
Can they be mixed?
Well, I know Tom Vassell from the Dice Tower is doing it.
So unofficially they can't be.
Unofficially, you can if you want to. There are probably some balance issues if you do it. But if you think about it and depending on the map, yeah, sure, why not?
Cool.
But
sounds awesome.
Yeah, I should do it one day.
I think the original Ascension is coming with a reskin now. With not reskin.
Oh yeah.
With a new edition.
Lord of the Rings.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would also be interesting to see. All right, we got through it. How do you feel?
Yeah. You started through.
I started. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good. I do have one more question for you though.
Hit me.
Oh man, I can't pronounce the game. Lancaster.
Yes.
And Hegemony were the 2 games you would like to play again.
Definitely. Yeah.
What's fun to see is not just if we manage to play them again, it's also if we did not, is the will still there? Is there still 2 games that I know you said Hegemony is not easy to just get out. Is it still how do you feel about that?
I definitely want to play both 100%. Hegemony is hard to set up because you have the copy. We have to find the time and 2 more people willing to play. If we can make it, count me in. Lancaster, I think I want to play more than Hegemony just because it's easier.
Yeah.
2 of the 3 cafes have it. It's like a 1-hour game, half an hour teach max, and then you just need the more the better, but it can play 3 easily. So
okay,
definitely easier to play that.
Nice. And then from this month's batch, is there something that you feel like you really want to dive into again?
Cozy Stickerville, 100%.
Nice.
Yeah. I almost regret playing it at 3 and not 2 because now we have to chase down the 3rd player to finish the last levels. And he's not a hard person to chase down, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And Kingdom Legacy, of course. Kingdom Legacy always. I mean, I have 1 kingdom now at 1 expansion before finishing with Faye. And then me and Ulrich have been recording more and more and more. And we are just ready to begin our next expansion, which is Raiding the Woods. So I'm also excited about that as well. What about you?
Nice. Yeah, I feel like I played so much this month that there's not like one thing that like stood out super much. Now I'm almost done with Food Chain Magnet. We have with the painting, we have painted all the buildings without gardens, which are looking really nice. Now we need to paint the buildings with garden. Saying while looking at Jonas, it's been a big help and will always be a support in my life. So that would be cool to play again. And I think also Ascension Tactics Inferno, now that I'm starting to open that world.
Cool. We'll check back next month to see how we did.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, before we finish it up, we
Yes.
need to fly. If you don't know what that means, at the end of every episode that we are two people, we are doing what we call the 5 on the fly, where each person gives 5 games to the other and we have to rank them without knowing what's coming next. Ayub, are you ready to fly?
Tell me what I got.
You got some games that are, we'll see. The first one's cool. The first one I like, and you
Okay.
like, I think. It's called Tag Team.
Yeah, Tag Team is cool. I'm really excited to see what the expansion will add. I cooled a bit on it, but I still think it's a cool game. Oh, it's between 2 and 3.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I should be realistic and say 2.
Okay, interesting. Next game, I don't know. It's called, hope I pronounce it correctly, Tirnanog.
I played that in Essen as like I was trying it at a booth. Expectations were very high, but because it looked cool, I heard people talk about it online, and it is like draft. It has a cool drafting system, and you very mathematically are drafting cards in your lines to make the right amount of points. But it fell a little flat for me, so I'm gonna put it on 4.
Okay. After that is a game that I remember enjoying the one time I played it. It's called Set.
Set.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Set really has the problem that it's so fun if you're not the slowest, and then just having to look at these shapes and trying to find the pair, and then just before you find it, someone else is set, and you're just so frustrated. No, it's gonna go on 5.
Okay, so you have 1 and 3 left.
Okay.
And your next game can go either way, honestly, depending on your mood and the day. It's called Masters of Mutanite.
Wait, that it came now. The idea of the game is super cool. I
Sure.
think. And
Whatever you say.
And I think actually it's better if you play more, but then it starts to maybe take too much time. I really want to try. There's a co-op mode where you play against like the games and bosses, where you can play between 4 and 6. And then 2 versus 2 was also fun. But I can't say that it's over Tag Team, so I will put it on 3.
Okay. So you left your number 1 spot open. Are you ready for that?
Never, but tell me.
I think that I will say nothing and let you shout out of joy or disappointment.
Okay.
The game is Cusco.
Hey, Cusco is good. Stefan Feld coming in here in the end, coming in clutch. Yeah, Cusco is really cool. I talked about it last month's recap. It was my biggest surprise, so I won't go too deep into it, but I really like how Stefan Feld uses dice. And if it matters, if they're high and low, there's some other little benefit, and that's so cool. So yeah, good list, Ayub.
Good job.
It's exactly as I would have put it. I'm very happy.
All right.
I'm so happy that I almost forgot I have to give you some games now.
Hit me.
All right. The first one was a classic game.
Okay.
Everybody knows it. So maybe too classic.
Mm.
And that was actually chess.
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 I like chess.
Yeah.
I like this, but I never got too competitive with it. I was going to a chess school when I was young, but haven't played in ages. I think out of respect, I won't put it on 5, but I'll put it on 4.
Cool. That's probably good when you hear what's coming up. Because next we have a Bam Bam Boom, which is one of the little
Bam Bam number 5.
Jengbot. Yeah.
Good job, Jenk.
Then, very curious to where you will place the next one, actually. Because it is 51st State.
Oh, damn. 51st State is a great game, inferior to Imperial Settlers, which is from the same line of games, but still a great game.
Maybe.
The thing is, do I risk putting it first? I mean, looking at my other number 1 games, this is better than many of them. But I do have 2 more games.
You do?
And I am an optimistic person. So I will put 51st State on my 2nd spot, leaving 1 and 3 open just like another GOAT did.
All right. Then your next one is one that I feel we both have had ups and downs with.
Okay.
Different feelings.
Got
we
it.
both used to own the game,
Okay.
and Ulrich still owns the game. And it's a wonderful world.
It's a wonderful world. I'm not going to lie, the first time I played it, I was shocked at how good that game is.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Then I kept playing, I was like, damn, this is good. And then I played it too much, and I'm like, oh, it's enough.
Yeah.
Then I discovered there's a solo mode. And I played the solo mode. I'm like, damn, that's good. And then there was a campaign.
Yeah.
And we played the first level, and damn, that was also good. But having said all this, oh damn, I definitely feel it had its course. Now I just need to think strategically if I should put it. I'm stalling. I will put it on number 3.
All right. Exciting.
Okay.
I want to say it's rare that you do this, but it's not necessarily that rare that you leave your number 1. I'd probably do it more. I haven't played this game.
Can it be good or bad?
I heard the title before,
Okay.
but I don't know what it is, and I don't know what you think about it. It is When I Dream.
Okay. First of all, you should play it.
Okay.
I think it's more an Ayub game than a Nick game.
Okay.
It is a party game that we had more fun with. One person is dreaming, so he closes his eyes, and the rest of the people are trying to describe the dream. One of them is a traitor, so one of them is giving fake words about the dream. Everybody else gives good words. So it's kind of like an upgrade from Dixit.
Okay.
So if you know me, you know how I feel about games like
Yeah.
this. Definitely not deserved of the number 1 spot. But I can only dream, so I'll just have to put it on number 1. It has given me some of my funniest memories playing
I
games.
could imagine that.
Because we have a guy that is not a board gamer, and he is the definition of funny. And he was dreaming, and we were describing. It's like, I don't want to wake up. This is the dream. And that was very funny at the time. So
Nice.
let's keep that.
All right. Another type of event game, you could say.
Exactly. All right, let's wrap it up. Ayub had Cusco Tag Team Masters of Muranite, Tirnanog and Set, and Nick had When I Dream, 51st State, It's a Wonderful World, Chess, and Bam, Bam, Boom.
Hey. Well, my list was perfection this time. I'm very happy about that.
I can't argue with that. I'm afraid that I take the L this week. But speaking of, we have a great weekend ahead of us.
Yes.
We're here. We're planning to play some games. Wanna
Yes.
give a small...
Yeah, we are, as I mentioned just in the beginning, 4 people in a cabin in a summer house in Sweden. There's nothing around and just some trees. Hopefully no murderous intent or anything. And we brought a lot of games. Definitely some of the co-ops that are really good for 4. I'm very excited about. Bomb Busters, Take Time, Eternal Decks are just perfect for 4, and we're 4. And there's nothing else than us and our dog, Alan. And also some other games. We'll see if we get to play that. Some smaller games like Point Galaxy. Carpe Diem is also with us. And yeah, it's going to be fun.
I'm very excited. The place looks awesome. It's so good. Alan's been a goat so far. And I think we're going to have a great time. Okie doke, let's wrap this up. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This was Nick.
This was Ayub.
And we will see you all in the next one.